Okay, notice of the agenda, the tonight Public Service is Committee, Tuesday, February 22nd, 2022. Call it to order. How about a roll call, please?
Alderman Sherry Pickering.
Here.
Ethan Burt.
Here.
Eve Ludwig.
Present.
Tricia T.
Present.
Robert Williams. Darren York.
Here.
Chairman Rick Streaming.
Here.
6 present.
Okay, thank you. Brings us to item number 2, the approval of minutes for 1/25 of 22. Does anybody have any questions or changes on this? If not, roll call, please.
Chairman, we need a motion and a second to approve.
Oh, okay. I'll need a motion and a second to approve the minutes.
So moved.
Yeah, second.
All right. Now about roll call.
Okay, Alderman T.
Yes.
Williams, York,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Burt,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
Streaming.
Yes.
6 yes.
6 yes. Thank you. Puts us to item number 3, the approval for tonight's agenda. I don't think there's any changes. Anybody got any questions on the agenda tonight? If not, I'll need a motion and a second to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Williams, York,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Burt,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
T.
Yes.
Streaming.
Yes.
6 yes.
6 yes. Thank you. Puts us to item number 4, audience comments. Do we have any this evening?
No, we do not.
All right, thank you. Chairman's comments, don't have any. Moves us to item number 6, the approval of the payrolls for 2/18 of 22. I'll need a motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Second.
Do we have any questions or any concerns? If not, roll call, please.
Alderman York,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Burt,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
T.
Yes.
Williams, Streaming.
Yes.
6 yes.
6 yes, thank you. Puts us to item number 7. Approve the vouchers payables. We got a regular run for 2/22/22 and a special run for 2/22/22. I will entertain a motion in a second.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second.
Do we have any questions on the vouchers payables?
I have one question, Chairman.
Yes.
On page 2 of 5, there is a check for CK reporting for a deposition. Is this a normal cost? It didn't appear to be a normal customary municipal court fee. Was wondering what this was for.
It was for the deposition that I gave in the transcript in the casino lawsuit.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any other questions on the vouchers payables? If not, roll call, please.
Vice Chairman Pickering,
Yes.
Alderman Burt,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
T.
Yes.
Williams, York,
Yes.
Streaming.
Yes.
6 yes.
6 yes, thank you. Puts us to item number 8, City Clerk's report. Lisa Munson, you have anything for us?
No, I don't have anything to update you on this evening.
All right, thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
Puts us to item number 9, Finance. Ashland Macy, the Comptroller, items of information. And we'll go right, go ahead.
I'm going to ask Ms. Corson to go ahead and get started with her risk manager report. I'll follow up with the personnel report and then 2 other items of information.
Okay, sounds good.
Good evening, everybody. We received a copy of your report in the packet. I did notice that this evening I did have 2 errors on it. I was trying to do this from all some of my records and some of my records here last week, so I didn't realize that.
Kathy, hold on for just a moment, Manager Corson, they're having trouble hearing you.
Oh.
And so are you in your office, Kathy?
I am.
Yep, you're cutting out about every other word.
Oh, goodness.
Aaron is on his way down to check in with you. In the interim, y'all, can you maybe turn up the volume on your laptops just a little bit to see if you can't hear, and if not, then we'll have to wait or go to the next items. Actually, why don't we do that? Why don't we go ahead and go to our next item, the personnel report,
Okay.
while Aaron works with Kathy to get that resolved, Chairman, if that's acceptable.
That's fine with me.
You should have your personnel report in your packet. It lists some additions and subtractions that we had this past month. We're currently at 245 full-time employees and 8 part-time seasonal temporary employees, coming to a total of 253 city employees. This is on the personnel report, but also one of my items of information. We're very pleased to say that our deputy comptroller has started. She started on Monday. Her name is Kristen Landis, and we're very excited to have her on our team. She comes from Clifton Larson and has a few years experience in their biz ops department. So we're very happy to have her. We also hired Lane Bennett, Cody Burton, and Western Busick for probationary firefighters, and Lawrence Andrews and Stephanie Smith as extra board drivers. Do you guys have any questions on the personnel report?
None for me.
All right. I can go ahead and give my other item of information while Kathy and Aaron are working. My other item is I did already have one alderman reach out to me regarding this, and we had a few citizens come down to City Hall and ask. A lot of citizens are receiving letters from Homefield Energy, but it is on behalf of the city of Danville. The big question is this letter legit? The answer is yes. It doesn't look like it would be because it's just black bold font, city of Danville, and then a PO box from Texas. They are legally obligated to notify of every citizen's opportunity to switch to our municipal aggregate rate. It would have made more sense if these letters went out right after we signed that agreement, and this is obviously well after the fact. However, they're fulfilling their obligation in doing that. So if you do have citizens ask, yes, you can tell them it's legit. The letter is just explaining how they would enroll in that municipal aggregate program from their current situation. This is optional and it is up to the citizen. They do not have to. It is just something that we as a city provide to bargain on their behalf. So.
Sounds like me like it's an audit for them. Is what they're trying to do, is cover the tracks.
Maybe, I don't know.
Comptroller, this would help lock in the citizens' rate at over a period of time, though, correct?
Yes, if my memory serves, it's through December 2023.
So with the gas and the price of energy fluctuating so much, it would be one way for people to guarantee what their rate is going to be through the end of next year.
All right, that's all that I have. Kathy, are you ready?
I think so. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes, we can.
Oh, is that better? Good. As I was saying, with the, I realized that I had 2 errors on the report that was in your packet this evening. Under workers' compensation claims, under year to date, it's showing 5 reported. There's actually only 2 reported for January of 2022. And under the liability, year to date shows 11, when in all honesty, there was only 2 for January. So, but I do want to go and explain the really low amounts for health insurance. With us changing over to Health Alliance as of January 1st, there is kind of an adjustment period as we're getting enrollments in. There was some issues getting, especially our retirees, entered into Health Alliance's system. So there were some delays in getting that. So the initial January bill did not show all of our members that are on our insurance plan on the actual bill. So when you see February's, it'll be much larger than what January's is because it's making that adjustment from the missed January premiums in addition to the February premiums. With the January workers' comp, as I mentioned, there were just two January. Neither one of them required treatment. One did have 6 days of time lost. With liability claims, we did have 2 in January. We had a very mild January, so that's very helpful. But unfortunately, we will not see the same thing for February since thanks to all of our snowstorms that we've had so far. So we will see an increase in liability claims on next month's report as well. We will be completing, or I said, I will be completing the mailing in forms, the 1095C forms for health insurance for the ACA. Those will be going out to all of our members next week. And in 2020, the OSHA 2021 log reports were displayed as of February 4th, and the claim information was submitted online for the requirement for the due date of March 2nd already. Any questions?
Any questions for Kathy? Nope, but don't look like it. Thank you, dear. Is that all we have from finance then?
That's all we have. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Looks like we go to 10, the fire. Don McMaster's the fire chief. Items of information or monthly status report. Anybody have any questions on that? If not, we'll move right on to number 11, human relations, with Miss Sandra Finch, administrator. Items of information and her monthly status report, which was sent sometime today. Everybody hopefully got that. So,
thank you, Chairman.
I would just like to remind everyone that unfortunately, Mrs. Finch has had several deaths in the family and has been out of the office. So that contributed to the delay, and we apologize for that.
Thank you, Mayor. I appreciate that. It's been a trying time, but we'll get through it. Thank you. For the period of January 18th through February 21st, the office handled 12 complaints, which consisted of 7 employment complaints, 2 housing complaints, 3 public accommodation complaints. You have any questions regarding the complaints?
no, but I know you're keeping yourself busy.
Oh yeah, I'm very busy, believe me. This is just a snapshot of what I do, but yes, it's been a very busy time. So
Yep.
along with everything else that's going on.
Yep.
But you know, it is what it is. It's life. Thank you.
Thank you for your report. Any questions for Ms. Finch? All right, then we'll move to item number 12, information and technology. Agnell, the administrator, items from information.
Thank you, Chairman. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I sent out a report to your email, so I'll be happy to answer any questions on that. On another note, we will be updating the laptops, like the security and software updates and the hardware updates. I know some of you had issues with, Zoom meeting and stuff. So we're going to check all of those next week. So I kindly request you all to bring your laptops and power adapters next week, if possible, so we can work on them. And then once we're done, we can drop them off to you, and schedule some time to get those hooked up and everything. On that, we are on high alert because of this Russia situation. We've been seeing a lot of attempts recently. Our system has been generating a lot of hacking attempts on our email system. And between yesterday and today, we had about over 25,000 alerts. It's ongoing. I mean, it's just a matter of time, when they're trying to attack all the government agencies and whatnot. So we're keeping a close eye on that. Other than that, I would like to thank my team. They do a good job, and they try to keep up with all the updates and everything. And I appreciate all that they do. I'll be happy to answer any questions at this time, if you may.
Chairman, I just want to add on their behalf, I'm really proud of the work that they've done. And I want to thank you all, the aldermen, and those that aren't here, because if you all hadn't helped us to upgrade substantially our cybersecurity, God knows where we would be right now with all this that's going on. I mean, it's the number of attacks is just atrocious. Agnew gives me an update every couple of days, and I can't believe how high they are compared to what they had been even 2 months ago. So thank you for your support in that. You're making sure you're protecting the citizens' information.
Thanks, Mayor, and thank the committee members and all the council members.
Thank you, Agnew, for all that you and your team do. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. Appreciate it.
All right, brings us down to number 13, legal with James L. Simon, our corporate counsel. We have a resolution authorizing a budget amendment to fiscal year 2021 through 2022 legal department. Line item looks like 017 budget. I would entertain a motion to dispense with the reading and move for its approval, and I'll need a motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions on the resolution in front of you from legal?
I have a question.
Yes, Sharon?
I just want to know the service of summons, has that changed or it has increased? I just want to know why we had to increase that.
It has increased, and we've begun experiencing more out of county services, which are sometimes 2 to 3 times more than in county services. So I felt it necessary to increase the budget.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions for Mr. Simon? If not, then roll call, please.
Alderman Byrd,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
T,
Yes.
Williams, York,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Streebing,
Yes.
6 yes.
6 yes, thank you. Which puts us to legal items of information. Do you have anything for us, sir?
Nothing specific. We continue to roll along in legal. I've got a phenomenal staff, Amanda, Becky, and Karen, and our 3 inspectors are out inspecting and doing what they're doing, even with this weather. And I'm very proud of them as well. We've got a good team, and I appreciate your all support for what we do in legal. Thank you.
Well, thank you, sir. Any other questions for legal, please? If not, we'll move to item number 14. The police, Chris Yates, police chief, has a resolution 14A authorizing a budget amendment to fiscal year 2021 through 2022 in the police division, line item 01 in the budget. I will entertain a motion to dispense with the reading and move for its approval. I'll need a motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions on resolution 14A?
I have a couple of questions.
Okay, Eve, go ahead.
Oh wait, nope, it's 14B, sorry. I apologize.
All right. Anybody else has anything on 14A on the resolution? If not, roll call, please.
Explain this.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sharon.
I just want
Go
to know
ahead.
if you could kind of explain this.
Yes, what that money is, remember, we set aside that police secured funds. Those are assets that are seized from through city ordinance, drug seizures, and fines. Actually, I believe that's all drug seizures, or legal monies from narcotics. And that was put in that fund. We put a limit on there of $10,000 annually, just so we would be very cautious in what we use it for. And we've used it. And what we're doing is we're sending our 2 deputy chiefs to Northwestern. Actually, we're not sending them there. We're going to do the online course through Northwestern Staff and Command. And we're giving our executive officers, from lieutenant on up, either FBI National Academy or Northwestern Staff and Command. And they'll be doing that. I think it's a 5-month online course, and they'll be doing that in conjunction with their duties.
Any other questions for the chief? Well, if not, roll call, please.
Alderman Ludwig,
Yes.
T,
Yes.
Williams, York,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Burt,
Yes.
Streebing,
Yes.
6 yes.
6 yes, thank you all. Puts us to item 14B. We have a resolution approving the intergovernmental agreement between the city of Danville and the Danville Community Consolidated School District number 118. I will entertain a motion to dispense with the reading and move for its approval. I'll need a first and a second, please.
So moved.
Second.
And we had some questions on 14B.
Yes.
Alderman Ludwig, go ahead.
Yes. So one question I have, will the criminal law responsibilities include drug offenses? Because it's not specifically stated that in there.
Are you talking about if there's drugs inside the school?
Yes.
No, that falls under the statute, the state statute. Now, if there's non-felony amounts, like say if someone's caught with marijuana, there can be different options. Anything, non-criminal, such as dealing with it internally or a city ordinance, or there's so many different ways to address different issues with if there's drugs in the school or they seize drugs in school, that it's hard to sort of say, well, that's what we do with it, because there's so many different elements. But most of that stuff goes through their legal as well as our state's attorney's office before a final decision's made, if that's what you're asking.
Okay. And then why is it July 1st of 2021 through June 30th of 2023 or 2022? Is the SRO program already in existence? Is that why?
Yes, the MOU, we've been having an MOU every year. There was some delay in getting this one signed and worked out. It's essentially the same as what it was before. And I believe within the MOU that it says without signature of another one, it'll remain status quo to the previous. And that's what we're doing. And we're working on a new one, which will be different for the school year starting fall 2022.
Okay. And then I have a third question. The third officer that acts as SRO, is it shared between DHS and Kenneth D. Bailey, or is that officer just at Kenneth D. Bailey? Because one of the sections shows a slash, Danville High School / Kenneth D. Bailey. So I wasn't sure if Kenneth D. Bailey was actually part of Danville High School, or if the officer is actually going to go between both of the schools.
It's shared based off needs.
Okay.
So if there's, I know that they spend time, I can't tell you how much each day, but it's based off of need.
Okay, thank you.
Chairman, I believe Alderman Teague had a question as well.
Yes, Alderman Teague.
My question has already been answered.
Oh, okay. Any other questions then on resolution 14B? If not, roll call, please.
Alderman Teague,
Yes.
York,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Burt,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
Streebing,
Yes.
6 yes.
6 yes, thank you. Puts us to item 14C, the January offense count. Everybody received that? Does anybody have any questions for the chief? On that. Well, if not, thank you very much. Puts us to item number 15, which is closed session. I don't think we have a need for that this evening, so we'll go to item number 16, items of information. Discussion, adding video gaming classifications. Mayor, I think this one's up to you.
Yes, sir. So the issue that we have is that our gaming and our liquor ordinances are essentially tied together, because having a liquor license is a precipice to having a gaming license. Well, our liquor license hasn't been substantially updated in almost decades at this point. And there are some concerns with classifications. If I'm going to be completely honest, and talking with Clerk Monson and Council Simon, we think that it needs to be completely rewritten. However, that's going to take a long time. We have a couple of businesses that we know that we really would hope to support in our community. So the options that we have are that we can toil and work through everything, and then in several months bring you an updated ordinance. We in Urbana, when Corporation Council Simon redid theirs, it took 8 months. Now the good news is we have some reference in making improvements, so it probably wouldn't take that long of a period, excuse me, but it would likely take months. The other option that we have, so we could completely rewrite both the liquor and the gaming ordinances and bring them to you updated as a whole. That would be an ideal world. Unfortunately, we don't have an ideal world. So the second option that we could do is that we could increase the number of licenses we have by 3, gaming licenses that is, and that would allow us to get all of those that are currently on the waiting list off of the waiting list. And just so you'll know for references, those are the Big Easy of Danville, which is a restaurant and banquet center. The Stroud Liquors on South Gilbert Street, as well as the BP on South Gilbert Street. So we could just simply, as a temporary fix until they get this done, increase our licenses by 3, and then put a moratorium on the issue of additional licenses until such time as we have revised and updated our liquor and our gaming ordinances.
Well, that sounds good. That sounds good to me.
Okay. There are other options that we can certainly include as well. But those are that's the long term we have to. And the short term is one solution that we came up with as a way to help our businesses until we're able to get the complete rewrite done. So I'm happy to entertain any feedback or questions or thoughts. Of course, those are not the only 2 ways. There are plenty of other options that we could look at. The difficulty is lots of other options other than just increasing the number, and then having a temporary moratorium would take inordinately longer.
I would suggest that you go with do with what you have to do with the 3 and get started working on both the liquor as well as the gaming.
Chairman, I thank you. Vice Chairman Pickering?
Tell us how many licenses there are now in each?
Currently, we have are you referring to liquor license, Alderman Pickering, or gaming license?
Both.
Gaming licenses, I mean, liquor licenses I don't have in front of me. But I can certainly, Lisa, I can send those to you tomorrow, definitely. I want to say we have around 16 Class A licenses, 1 AA license. I'm sorry, I'm working from memory. We have 3 or 4 B licenses, which are beer and wine. We have 3 E, which are clubs, which are clubs or organizations. We have a golf course. Well, we have a golf course license available. We also have 5R, which are restaurant licenses, and then we have I believe 16A, which are bars and liquor, or bars. So. Also, we have Class W, which is for the hotels, which we have 1, and then we have the arena license, which is 1.
Okay.
That we also have package licenses, but those are not eligible currently for gaming licenses, Alderman Pickering.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. And gaming licenses, I'm sorry, we have 30 currently. If we were to increase it, that would be 33. So it would be a 10% increase. Alderman, other aldermen, any other questions or comments or directions in terms of directives in terms of which direction you all would like to go?
Well, I know it's going to be a big undertaking because trying to get both of them. And then like you said, on some of it, the statute tells you what you have to do, so your hands are tied. So I know you have to look at all that, and this is the easiest way. And like you said, put a moratorium on it until you get everything else completed and fixed up.
I agree with that.
Thank you, Chairman and Vice Chairman. Any feedback from the other aldermen on this matter?
I'm in agreement with your approach.
Thank you. If you think of aldermen, if you think of anything later that we haven't talked about, or you just think, hey, I didn't think of that at the time, please do email me or give me a call. Corporation Counsel Simon will work on that this week so that we can hopefully have it to you at City Council if that would be acceptable to the committee.
Sounds good to me.
Alderman Ludwig.
I just want to make sure I understand this. So if this is passed next week, we'll have 33 gaming licenses available. And
That's correct.
so it'll be very difficult for us to go back on that if we decide to have fewer than 33. So that's going to be possibly our cap, or we're going to have more than 33 after the changes.
I think it would be tough for us to go back. I would be very reluctant for anyone to have made that kind of investment in terms of changing their establishment or adding a room or reconfiguring things to make this happen. And then suddenly we say, oh, we're sorry, we're only going to have 30 licenses instead. I also do think, Alderman Ludwig, that we need to consider, we're looking strongly at possible classifications of gaming license like we have for liquor licenses. So we could see that go up a little bit more yet. For example, right now, the way it's listed, if we have a new restaurant come to town that wants to have gaming in their establishment, they couldn't. Or even a new bar that comes. For example, we have individuals who have bought a place and reconfigured it, and it's very nice. And if they wanted to have they've inquired actually about having a gaming license, and we don't have that available to them at the moment. So, what I would recommend as part of our overhaul long-term is evaluating our gaming licenses too. And I personally, I'm not going to say that this is my final landing place, but I think that probably with restaurants and bars, I don't think the public has a problem with those being higher in number, or maybe not even having a cap on those. But what I've heard repeatedly from the public, as well as a number of the aldermen, is that they just don't want gaming parlors everywhere, all over town, and every little nook and cranny. I mean, to give you some examples, we've had people that wanted to put them in beauty parlors. We've had people that have wanted to put them in laundromats. We have had people that wanted to put them in a beauty store. And so I think we have to be careful with the number of general licensing limit, because otherwise you will end up with things and places that seemingly don't make a lot of logistical sense.
Well, Mayor, could we also use like a special use permit if we have to, if we run into a problem where we got 3 or 4 more that come up?
Not with that, because that's more of a zoning issue.
Okay.
But what my hope is that by getting everyone on the list, there's no one right now that should have any anticipation that they're going to get a license, right? No one has applied or anything like that. No one has made any major substantial changes to their building that have cost them money out of pocket. These are the 3 places that we're aware of that have. And so that's why, as administration, I think we want to be as business friendly as we possibly can in our community, while also respecting the wish of our residents to not have an oversaturation of any one thing in our community. So, but we can always revisit that at any time. You could say, if it takes us, let's say that it takes us 4 months to get this done. And in 2 months, there's a brand new place that comes, and yet we have this moratorium. We could also not have a moratorium. We could just say we're capping the number at 33, then that would allow us easily to add more if we needed to. without having to withdraw the moratorium. So that would be another option, another way that we could go as well. Alderman T.
And will you be sending those numbers out to everyone?
I'm sorry.
The numbers of licenses that we have currently, the information that Alderman Pickering asked for that you recited from memory. Will you be sending out the actual numbers to everyone, the number of gaming and liquor licenses?
Yes, our clerk put that together for us, and I can have her forward that to, we'll forward that to you tomorrow, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Thanks, Chairman.
Thank you. Any other questions on the, or discussion on the video gaming? Well, if not, anybody have any other items of information they want to talk about?
Looks like Chief McMaster's.
Yes, Chief.
I just wanted to apologize for being late to the meeting. And if anybody had any questions for me in reference to the, for my reports for the month.
I don't think we did, Chief. Thank you.
Okay.
Spelled it out pretty good.
Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you.
The only items of information I have is we will meet March 1st, 2022 at City Hall. The meeting will be at 6 p.m. That's about all I have. Anybody else have anything?
Chairman, I have a couple if I may.
Okay, Mayor.
I just want to, although we've done it through social media, I want to publicly congratulate our 8th grade Shalarman boys toppers. They are our state champions, as well as the 8th grade First Baptist Knights. So we have 2 champion 8th grade teams in our midst. Also, all of the middle school teams at Shalarman made it to the Final Four this year. So doing a great job there, and really proud of our young people and their coaches and the staff that make that possible. We also have the high school boys from First Baptist are actually playing in their regional games as we speak. So we wish the Knights very good luck there. I had a lot of fun today. I was able to go and speak to the seniors at Shalarman Academy. I had a great time talking to them about various career avenues, about the city of government and how it's constituted, about the various career opportunities that we have in the city of Danville. And also we were able to have some very frank conversations about the state of the city, about things that they're concerned about as young people. And it was just a good time to get some feedback from them. I cannot wait until I am allowed back into District 118 schools to have those same conversations. Finally, just a reminder, I think the cutoff may have technically been Friday, but if you get in touch with her very quickly, Ashton may still be able to sneak you into the 5K next week.
Oh.
And that's all that I have, unless anyone has any questions.
Well, hopefully we don't have another week like we have the last 2 or 3. We'll be having snowshoes out there for everybody. So
I hope you're right, Chairman.
Yep. And with that, I think we have fulfilled everything we had in front of us this evening. So I will accept a motion and a second for adjournment.
So moved.
Motion.
Got a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Alderman Williams, York,
Yes.
Pickering,
Yes.
Burt,
Yes.
Ludwig,
Yes.
T,
Yes.
Streaming,
Yes.
6 yes.
6 yes. Thank you, and be careful, everybody.
Thanks,